Hyde Park, Scene 3. A room in Fairfield's house. Enter Fairfield, Julietta, and waiting woman. Julietta, you're resolved then. Fairfield, I have no other cure left. If I do it not quickly, my affection may be too far spent, and all physic will be cast away. Julietta, you will show a manly fortitude. Fairfield, when saw you Master Trier? Julietta, not since yesterday. Fairfield, are not his visits frequent? Julietta, he does not see me sometimes. Fairfield, come, I know thou lovest him, and he will deserve it. He is a petty gentleman. Pretty. Julietta, it was your character that first commended him to my thoughts. Fairfield, if he be slow to answer it, he loses me again. His mind, more than his fortune, gained me to his praise, but I trifle my precious tongue. Farewell, all my good wishes stay with thee. Exit Fairfield, enter Trier. Julietta, and mine attend you, Master Trier. Trier, I come to kiss your hand, Julietta, and take your leave. Trier, only to kiss again. Julietta, you begin to be a stranger. In 2 mornings, not one visit, where you profess affection. Trier, I should be surfeited with happiness if I should dwell here. Julietta, surfeits in the spring are dangerous, and yet I never heard a lover would absent him from his mistress through fear to be more happy, but I allow that for a compliment, and dispute not with you a reason of your actions. You are not welcome, and though you should be guilty of neglect, my love would overcome any suspicion. Trier, you are all goodness. Enter a servant, and whispers Trier. With me, prithee admit him. Exit servant, enter page. Page, sir, my lord saw you enter, and desires to speak with you. Trier, his lordship shall command. Where is he? Page, below, sir. Trier, say, I instantly wait on him. Shall I presume upon your favour, lady? Exit page. Julietta, and what? Trier, that I may entreat him hither. You will honour me to bid him welcome. He is a gentleman to whom I owe all services, and himself is worthy of your entertainment. Julietta, if he be yours, command me. Enter Lord Bonville and page. Trier, my lord, excuse. Lord Bonville, nay, I prevent your trouble, lady. I am your humble servant. Pardon my intrusion. I have no business, only I saw you enter. Trier, your lordship honours me. Lord Bonville, what gentlewoman's this? Trier, why, whispers to him. Lord Bonville, a lady of pleasure. I like her eye. It has a pretty twirl with it. Will she bid one welcome? Trier, be confident, my lord, sweet lady, pray assure his lordship he is welcome. Julietta, I want words. Lord Bonville, oh, sweet lady, your lip in silence speaks the best language. Julietta, your lordship's welcome to this humble roof. Lord Bonville, I am confirmed. Trier, if you knew, lady, what perfection of honour dwells in him, you would be studious with all ceremony to entertain him besides me. His lordship's goodness has so flowed, you cannot study what will oblige me more than is welcome. Lord Bonville, come you compliment. Julietta, though I want both ability and language, my wishes shall be zealous to express me, your humble servant. Lord Bonville, come the humble was but compliment in you too. Julietta, I would not be guilty of dissembling with your lordship. I know words that have more proportion with my distance and your noble birth and fortune than humble servant. Lord Bonville, I know I love these distances. Trier, you would have her to be more humble. This will try her. If she resists his siege, she is a brave one. I know will put her to it. He that doth love wisely will see in the trial of his mistress, and what I want in impudence myself, another may supply for my advantage. I'll frame excuse. Lord Bonville, Frank, thou art melancholy. Try, my lord. I now reflected on a business concerns me equal with my fortune. It is the more unhappy that I must so rudely take my leave. Lord Bonville, what? Not so soon. Trier, your honour's pardon. Julietta, are you, sir, in earnest? Trier, love will instruct you to interpret fairly. There are affairs that cannot be dispensed with. I leave this noble gentleman. Julietta, he's a stranger. You will not use me well, and show no care of me, nor of my honour. I pray stay. Trier, thou hast virtue to secure all. I am confident temptations will shake thy innocence no more than waves that climb a rock, which soon betray their weakness and discover thee more clear and more impregnable. Julietta, how is this? Trier, farewell. I will not sin against your honour's clemency to doubt your pardon. Lord Bonville, well, and there be by no remedy, I shall see you and on the park. The match holds. Exit Trier. I am not willing to leave you alone, lady. Julietta, I have a servant. Lord Bonville, you have many in their number. Pray write me. I shall be very dutiful. Julietta, oh my lord. Lord Bonville, and when I have done a fault, I shall be instructed. Both a smile and amended. Julietta, done what fault? Lord Bonville, faith, no, if you think but so. Julietta, I think your lordship would not willingly offend a woman. Lord Bonville, I would never hurt him. It has been my study to still please those women that fell within my conversation. I'm very tender-hearted to a lady. I can deny them nothing. Juliet, the whole sex is bound to you, for benefit, if they well considered things, and what a stickler I am in their cause, the common cause, but most especially how zealous I am in virgin's honor, as all true knights should be. No woman could deny me hospitality, and let down, when I desire access, the rude, the portcullis. I have natural sympathy with fair ones, as they do. I do. There is no handsome woman complains that she has lost her maidenhead, but I wish mine had been lost with it. Julietta, your lordship's married. Lord Bonville, 'tis because you look pleasant, a very handsome lodging. Is there any accommodations that way? Julietta, there's a garden, but please your lordship, 'tis there or not. Bonville, I meant other conveniency, but if you please, I'll wait upon you thither. Exit Lord Bonville and Julietta. Page, you and I had better stay, and in their absence exercise one another. Waiting woman, how mean you, page? Page, I'll teach you a way that we may follow him, and not remove from hence. Waiting woman, how prithee? Page, shall I beg your lip? Waiting woman, I cannot spare it. Page, I'll give you both mine. Waiting woman, what means the child? Page, because I have no upper lip. Do you scorn me? I have kissed ladies before now, and have been sent for to their chambers. Waiting woman, you sent for? Page, yes, and been trusted with our closets too. We're such pretty things. We can play it all hid under for a go. How long have you been a waiting creature? Waiting woman, not a month yet. Page, nay then, I cannot blame your ignorance. You have perhaps your maidenhead. Waiting woman, I hope so. Page, oh, lamentable, away with it, for shame. Chaffer it with the coachman. For the credit of your profession, do not keep it long. 'Tis findable in court. Waiting woman, good master. Page, how long have you been skilled in those affairs? Page, ever since I was in breeches, and you'll find your honesty so troublesome. Waiting woman, how so? Page, when you have trucked away your maidenhead, you have excuse lawful to put off gamesters, for you may swear and give them satisfaction. You have not what they look for, besides the benefit of being impudent, as occasion serves, a thing much in request with waiting creatures. We pages can instruct you in that quality, so you be tractable. Waiting woman, the boy is wild. Page, and you will lead me a chase. I'll follow you. Scene 4. A room in Bonavent's house. Enter Mistress Carroll, Ryder, and Venture. Mr. Carroll, why did you ever think I could effect of all men living such a thing as you are? What hope or what encouragement did I give you? Because I took your diamond, must you presently bound like a stoned horse? Ryder, she's a very colt. Mr. Carroll, because you can put your hat off like a dancer and make a better leg than you were born to. For, to say true, your calf is well mended. Must this so overtake me that I must straight fall in love with you. One step to church, another into the streets, more to a bargain, you are a bow, and something overshot. Venture, then this is all that I must trust you will never have me. Mr. Carroll, my right mind, I think so. Why, prithee tell me what I should do with thee. Venture, can you find nothing to do with me, Mr. Carroll? To find my monkey spiders were an office, perhaps you would not execute. Venture, you are a gypsy, and none of the 12 Sybils in the tavern have such a tan complexion. There be dogs and horses in the world. Mr. Carroll, they'll keep you company. Venture, tell me of spiders. I'll wring your monkey's neck off. Mr. Carroll, and then puzzle your brain to make an elegy which shall be sung to the tune of the devil and the baker. Good. You have a pretty ambling wit in summer. Do you let it out, or keep for your own riding? You hold your stirrup while you jump into a jest to the endangering of your ingenious quadrilles. Ryder, come, thou hast said enough. Mr. Carroll, to him you would have some Ryder. Some testimony of your love, if it please you. Mr. Carroll, indeed, I've heard you are a precious gentleman. In your younger days, you play a trap well. Ryder, fare you well, gentlewoman. By this light devil, I'll follow my old game of horse racing. Venture, I could tear her rough. I would thou wert a whore, and then I'd be revenged, and bring the apprentices to arraign thee on Shrove Tuesday. A pox upon you, enter Fairfield. Mr. Carroll, third man, two, fair gamesters. Ryder, for shame, let's go. Mr. Carroll, will you stay, gentlemen? You have no more wit to vent. Keep your head warm. In any case, there may be dregs in the bottom of the brain pan, which may turn to someone in 7 years and set you up again. Now, sir, exit Venture and Ryder. Fairfield, Lydia, I'm come to you. Mr. Carroll, it does appear so. Fairfield, to take my leave. Mr. Carroll, 'tis granted, sir. Goodbye. Fairfield, but you must stay and hear a little more. I promise not to trouble you with courtship. I am as weary as you can be displeased with. Mr. Carroll, on these conditions, I would have the patience to hear the brazen head speak. Fairfield, whether or how I purpose to dispose myself hereafter, as I know you have no purpose to inquire, I have no great ambition to discourse. but how I have studied your fair opinion. I remit to time, and come now only to request that you would grant, in lieu of my true service, one boon of parting. Mrs. Carroll, for bond, proceed. Fairfield, but you must swear to perform truly what I shall desire, and what you may not think I come with any cunning to deceive you. You shall accept whatever you would deny me, and after all, I'll make a request. Mrs. Carroll, how's this, Fairfield? But it concerns my life, or what can else be near to me that you swear? Mrs. Carroll, to what? Fairfield, when you have made exceptions and thought what things all the world you will exempt from my petition, I'll be confident to tell you my desire. Mrs. Carroll, this is fair play. Fairfield, I will not for an empire by a trick oblige you to perform what should displease you. Mrs. Carroll, 'tis a very strange request. Are you in earnest? Ere you begin, shall I accept 'tis odds? But I may include what you have a mind to, then what is your petition? Fairfield, I will run that hazard. Mrs. Carroll, you will. Why, look you. For a little mirth's sake, and since you come so honestly, because you shall not say I am composed of marble, I do consent. Fairfield, swear. Mrs. Carroll, I am not come to that. I'll first set bounds to your request, and when I'll have nothing left for your worth my grant, I'll take a zealous oath to grant you anything. Fairfield, you have me at your mercy. Mrs. Carroll, first, you shall not desire that I should love you. Fairfield, that's first. Proceed, Mrs. Carroll. No more, but proceed. You know what I say. Fairfield, your first exception forbids to ask that you should love me. Mrs. Carroll, and are you contented? Fairfield, it must be so, Mrs. Carroll. What, in the name of wonder, will he ask me? You shall not desire me to marry you. Fairfield, that's second, Mrs. Carroll. You shall neither directly nor indirectly wish me to lie with you. Have I not clipped the wings of your conceit? Fairfield, that's the third. Mrs. Carroll, that's the third. Is there anything a woman would desire of his mistress when he must neither love, marry, nor lie with her? Fairfield, my suit is still untouched. Mrs. Carroll, so if you have another, 'tis out of fashion. You cannot beg my state, yet I would willingly give part of that to be rid of thee. Fairfield, not one jewel. Mrs. Carroll, you would not have me spoil my face, drink poison, or kill anybody. Fairfield, goodness forbid that I should wish you danger. Mrs. Carroll, then you would not have me ride through the city naked as once a prince of England did through Coventry. Fairfield, all my desires are modest. Mrs. Carroll, you shall not beg my pardon, nor entreat me to fast, or wear a hairy smock. Fairfield, none of these. Mrs. Carroll, I will not be confined to make me ready at 10. Pray till dinner I will play at Gleek as often as I please, and see plays when I have mind to it, and the races men should run out of mites before me. Fairfield, none of these trench on what I have to ask. Mrs. Carroll, why then I stay. You shall not ask me before company how old I am, a question most untoothsome. I know no what to say more. I'll not be bound from spring garden and the asparagus. I will not have my tongue tied up, and when I have a mind to jeer my suitors, among which your worship shall not doubt to be remembered, for I must have my humour. I am sick else. I will not be compelled to hear your sonnets, a thing before I thought to advise you of. Your words of hard concoction, your rude poetry, have much impaired my health. Try sense another while, and calculate some prose, according to the elevation of our poll at London, as says the learned almanac. But come on, and speak your mind. I have done, I know not what more to accept, if it be none of these, and as you say, feasible on my part, I swear. Fairfield, by what? Mrs. Carroll, for once a kiss, it may be a parting blow, but I will perform what you desire. She kisses him. Fairfield, in few words thus receive it. By that oath I bind you never to desire my company hereafter, for no reason to affect me. This, I am sure, was none of your exceptions, Mrs. Carroll, was the man said. Fairfield, 'tis clear I am confident. Cheery understanding. Mrs. Carroll, you have made me swear that I must never love you nor desire your company. Fairfield, I know you will not violate what you have sworn, so all good thoughts possess you. Exit Fairfield. Mrs. Carroll, was all this circumstance for this? I never found any inclination to trouble him with too much love. Why should he bind me from it, and make me swear that for the present I had no affection to him, have been reasonable, but for the time to come never to love for any cause or reason that may move me hereafter? Very strange. I know not what to think on it, although I never meant to think well of him. Yes, it be limited and be prescribed. I must not do it till it's a poor trick on him, but I will go practice something to forget it. Exit Mrs. Carroll. End of Act 2.